Hi, beautiful divine creators. Yogananda mentioned in his autobiography that his gurus told him everything is a dream bubble and every bubble must burst. What if the moment you're born you start dreaming, and when you die you wake up, and this entire life is just a big long dream, or in the grand scheme of things, a very short dream. When you wake up and you're in a beta state, when you're young, up until you're 7 years old, you're in hypnotic state, theta. Then after 7 till puberty, you're in alpha. And then you go into beta, alpha, theta, delta, depending on if your eyes are open, you're awake, or you're sleeping. But everything, what if everything is just a different form of sleep, different level of sleep, including high beta. And it's very difficult to wake up. That's why spiritual practices require so much patience. Meditation can be so frustrating for most people when they begin their journey. And a lot of people, they'll meditate hour a day for years, and then they give up because nothing happens. They don't know how to surrender. And if you completely surrender, you wake up. So what if there is a way to wake up? And we call that awakening for a reason, right? Doesn't that make sense? Awakening. And the only way to remain awakened is to stay in stillness. State of surrender. State of stillness. That's what I was thinking about the word awakening. That's why so few in the world actually wake up and see through the veil. A veil has many layers, guys. Many layers. That's why there's such a big variety of experiences that people have during breath work, during meditations. Some people have spontaneous, very short awakening moment and they go back to sleep. But for the rest of their life, their ego keeps telling them that they're now awakened, and they're not. It's very obvious when you're with somebody that is awakened. Very obvious. Awakened people never say that they're awakened. They never talk about their enlightenment, their awakening stories. You never hear them talk about that. They'll just tell you some things that happened to them. But from their energy, from their clarity, from their profound wisdom, you know that they're awakened. Among the masses. You see, when you're in stillness and you observe the world with pure curiosity, as if you were just born as an adult, put on a planet that you know nothing about. You don't know the green stuff or plants and trees. You don't know the dirt is dirt. You just view everything with such stillness, with curiosity, that you wake up completely and the mind goes to sleep. When your mind chatter is going on, you are asleep. When you wake up, when you truly wake up, you become the high frequency that you were always meant to be, at least in the density that you exist in currently. When you view things, world, circumstances, in the easiest way, when you hear someone talk, when you listen to something or someone with complete stillness, complete surrender, with your complete awareness, you will not have to think about what to respond, because the doors are open. Your higher self, your oversoul, will assist you into saying just the right things. And it's so profound that when you're done with that conversation, even you're amazed, because you're watching it. You're not it. You're the awareness behind what is happening, the conversation. When you see the world in your life, and you think to yourself that what if this is a very privileged adventure that we are on, where we will experience pain, suffering, ups and downs, drama, struggle, prosperity, adventures, family, friends coming in and out of your life, until you realize that something has to change. Until you realize something has to change, and something inside of you, your higher self, your soul, pushes you into a direction where you can enjoy this life, but from a state of awakeness, where you become the creator, the manifester. You control suddenly this adventure, the simulation. You might still experience pain, you will experience loss, you will experience resistance, but you will no longer suffer. Suffering then is for sleepwalkers. That's why I call them sleepwalkers. Some people don't like that I started saying that, but it makes sense to me, in my experience. People that are awakened, their energy is different. They will give you a hug, and without an intention, without perhaps knowing what is wrong with you, they might be able to see your aura, they might be able to see that something is wrong with you, but just their presence will heal you. It has happened many times. I have many, many stories of people healing, including stage 4 prostate cancer. People are very curious about awakened people. I don't like to use the word awakened too much because it is so roughly used. Every other person thinks they're awakened. It's a very rare thing. It is a very rare thing because square root of 1% of the entire population, if it was awakened, the consciousness of the entire planet would rise to a point where spontaneous awakeness will happen. The world will become more kind. We're not there yet. Be curious. Be so curious that your mind can't handle it anymore and it goes quiet. Most people think they know everything. They know a lot. And what that does is, it just gives your mind and your ego an illusion that they need to control things and figure things out. And it keeps you in the state of sleep. But when you are extremely curious, the world will reveal itself to you. Things in the world will reveal themselves to you. You will get these downloads about the things you're observing out of nowhere. Because when you have 1 foot behind the veil and 1 foot in the 3D because you're still here and you need to experience it, but when you have 1 foot behind the veil, you have access to infinite intelligence. You might realize that truly enlightened masters, you will never hear them talk about books. They don't read books. They might have read books before they became masters. But because they have that 1 foot behind the veil, they have access to infinite intelligence. They will hear a question, and something will speak through them with such wisdom, so much clarity, so much profoundness, along with the beauty of their high frequency, that it just leaves you in awe of their presence. Be so curious about life that you don't have time to judge. You don't have the will to judge. And suddenly you'll see perfection in everything. That's all for today.